Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention. If I could have your attention, my name is Steve Lund. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, and I'm delighted to be here with you tonight. I've been elected to be the MC of this event, and I'm told that my primary responsibility is to move it along. So please feel free to continue to eat, enjoy your meal, and while we go about the business that we've come here to perform. First, though, let me thank our talented string quartet for that beautiful music. Could we express appreciation to them? We hope you enjoyed tonight's entree, and thank you to the dining services and chefs Malik Hamilton, Clint Downs, and Ping Cheng Tsai for tonight's superb meal. Let's give them a hand as well. They always do a spectacular job. We'll now watch in a moment, we'll watch a little video clip. Let me mention, first of all, that we're changing the sequence of events as you may have seen them in your program, or from what you may have seen in your program. President Holland is here tonight. We're delighted that he is able to be here, but probably shouldn't be. This tonight would represent 7 nights in a row that he's been on campus. He's got a great love for this university and is very dedicated, as you know, to what goes on here. He happens to also have children, and he's got a daughter performing somewhere in town tonight. I told him that it was better that one little girl should perish, you know, than that the banquet fail, but he wasn't having it. And so we're going to reverse this order a little bit and have the president present the presidential awards first, and then we'll proceed with the rest of the program. So with that understanding, let's begin with this video. President, perhaps you could come join me as this plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the board, honored guests, welcome to the 2013 University Awards of Excellence. The Awards of Excellence program recognizes faculty and staff who dedicate their time and talents to students, scholarship, and the advancement of higher education. Tonight, we come together to honor 11 individuals who have gone above and beyond to serve UVU and its students. Join us now in welcoming our honored colleagues, the UVU Board of Trustees and President Matthew S. Holland.
Well, thank you, Trustee Lund. It's truly an honor for me to be here to recognize the individuals that will be winning both the presidential awards or being receiving that award tonight, and the trustee award winners. And I do appreciate the indulgence of allowing me to go support my daughter tonight in another important event. So with that, let me say just a moment about what these awards mean and how important they are. As we reflect on what it means to be a university, one of the things we talk about at UVU a lot is being a serious institution of higher learning. And at some level, that's an obvious kind of intellectual academic value, that we'll be serious about ideas and information and teaching and our disciplines. But it really goes broader than that. And it means we're serious about everything that we do, and we strive for a certain kind of excellence and quality. And you know, in public education, we don't have all the advantages of a private institution and a for-profit institution to really always compensate our employees the way that we would like to. And I think it becomes even more important, therefore, to take these moments to single out those individuals who really make a profound contribution, who go over and above and do so in a consistent way. And that's certainly what the presidential awards are. The trustee awards, which we'll award a little bit later, are reserved for those kind of contributions that have really been done over the course of a career, an extended contribution. And we are grateful, and that's the ultimate award that's made on this campus. The presidential awards really start to single out people in particular areas, things that we want to especially highlight and award, and there are a number of categories. We don't necessarily have winners in all of the categories, but we do pick a handful of individuals who seem to have demonstrated true excellence and superiority in areas that we know that we have to have excellence in for this institution to rise up and achieve its full potential. So that's the overall spirit of these presidential awards. So it's my honor to invite Jacob Ellsworth to the stage at this time. So if he'll come up first, we'll take these in order. Jacob is the presidential award winner for efficiency and effectiveness. And I think we've got a little video we'll play here before we present the award to him.
Jake is a very skilled and talented developer. You can see that in the programs he has written, such as the online residency application. This program was recognized by the state of Utah as the easiest application to review and is considered a model of efficiency by far for the state. Other applications he has participated in developing are those of the graduation application, advisor assignments. These programs and others have saved hours of manual effort for UVU staff. Jake was also a key player, developer, project manager in the success of structured enrollment implementation here at UVU. He found ways to meet the requirements set forth by the Structured Enrollment Committee, and he did this effectively and efficiently. And he also engineered and implemented the software programs, managed the other developers on the Structured Enrollment implementation team, and he also oversaw all the testing of the programs. Jake is a leader in customer service skills. His strong interpersonal skills enable him to maintain a positive outlook, even when he's dealing with difficult situations. His customers have placed a high level of trust in him, and he is continuously demonstrating his high level of reliability, his dependability, and his trustworthiness. Jake is a great team player. He is consistently inspiring his team members to exceed those expectations of his customers. He's a great friend. He has a wonderful attitude, and he also makes work fun. It is just great working with him. He inspires all of those who work with him, whether it be his team members or his customers, with his patience, his dedication, and his kindness.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Ellsworth. Congratulations. We'll now invite Carolyn Johnson to the podium. Carolyn Johnson is the award winner for inclusion. We seek to be an inclusive institution at UVU, meaning that we strive to reach out to everyone, that we want to make everyone feel welcome on this campus, and sometimes this means that we have to try extra hard with certain categories, if you will, where more work needs to be done. So.
Carolyn's worked here at UVU for about 20 years, and she's worked in a variety of offices across campus, working initially in the student government offices, and then in TRIO, and then finally in our offices. The reason I nominated Carolyn was just because of the various kinds of things she's done across campus. As opposed to some other folks who have probably been awarded this over the years, Carolyn's a little different. Carolyn doesn't come across with this kind of bright firework and flash approach to what she does. She's kind of more of a slow burn kind of person, and because of that, students and staff and faculty that work with her, I don't know that they're terribly awed by what she does, but what they are able to do is feel comfortable and listen to, and that their needs are met. And I think that when you consider that kind of involvement from a person on campus over 20 years, that's something to be recognized, because that's the kind of involvement that affects a lot of different people and has a long-term effect both on how people feel about the institution, about the offices they work with, and whether or not they feel like when they're done they have been satisfied, their needs have been met. There are a number of students that I know that Carolyn's worked with that without her involvement, they wouldn't have graduated. They wouldn't have stayed here at school. They might have had problems with their professors or with other areas on campus. And because of Carolyn's quiet, consistent involvement with them and their concerns, they've been able to find some success here and find some connection. And that speaks to, I think, a number of the university missions and involvement that we want to have and the message we want to convey as an institution. And when I think about all those kinds of things and all those different involvements, it just seemed to me that she was the kind of person that should be recognized for a presidential award.
Actually, I really want us over here. Let's do this.
We actually call her Carolyn Slowburn Johnson, so just for the record. I'd like to welcome Megan Kennedy to the stage. Megan Kennedy works in our athletics department and is being recognized tonight for leadership. As anyone knows, organizations can only become what they need to become with leaders and with folks who can step forward and influence those around them for good and for improvement, and Megan's done that. Let's take a look at the video.
I'm so happy for Megan being recognized for her great leadership and devotion to Wolverine athletics. Megan started with us some 14 years ago as she came on as an assistant volleyball coach working for Coach Atoa and also as an academic advisor. A big part of her success is because of her student athlete experience. She herself was a student athlete, a very successful, very strong volleyball player, and then of course because of the grit of being a redhead has helped her tremendous. Megan has been very much involved in our transition from junior college to NCAA Division I, as she was the chair of several transition committees. She is an outstanding administrator. She oversees our compliance area, our academic advisement, and our financial aid department. And she's also a sport administrator for 3 different sports. Megan is the ultimate team player. She will battle for what she wants and what she believes in, but in the end will support whatever final decisions are made. A little bit about the other side of Megan. She's what I refer to as an antiquer. You know, she loves antiques, and she travels around the country several times a year looking for antiques for herself or to give away or to maybe even sell. You know, she also loves being an aunt, doing special things for her nieces and nephews. She's always talking about the time she spends with them and the experiences they have. Utah Valley University and Wolverine Athletics is a better place because of Megan Kennedy.
Glendon Parker, if he'll come to the podium. Glendon Parker is receiving the award for Presidential Excellence in Scholarship. And this is at the heart of what we talk about being a serious institution. As Dean Dan Fairbanks said to me earlier, he said, Glenn is not only likely to become our most famous scientist from UVU, but because of his idea and its commercial potential, our largest donor.
I got 20 bucks.
Yeah. Don't you think he looks very handsome tonight? we'll watch the video.
Okay.
When I said Glendon Parker is a rising superstar, being asked to work at Lawrence Livermore National Labs for a scientist is like being asked, if you're a musician, to give a concert at Carnegie Hall. Everyone knows you have to be the best to play in either of these venues. Before I recorded this presentation, I emailed Glendon and asked him to tell me which of his many accomplishments to date he is the most proud of. His reply is one that should make everyone in this room confident that they have chosen the correct person to receive this prestigious award. His reply was, "I have students who have gotten jobs at Sorensen Forensics, Nelson Labs, ARUP Laboratories, and the University of Utah and Idaho Technology. Some are going to medical school. I think that is a pretty cool thing to focus on." Glendon's proudest accomplishment is that he has used his knowledge that may someday translate to helping sick and victimized persons throughout the world. He's used this knowledge to train a new generation of scientists from UVU who will go out into the world and magnify the benefits to others through their own achievements. Dr. Parker's true legacy is teaching his students using a foundation in real science and showing them what scientific inquiry can accomplish, and for that he is right to be proud. Indeed, in the 4 years that Glendon has been working at UVU, he has mentored more than 50 students in his research work, and Glendon's students recognize also how valuable a resource Dr. Parker is to UVU. This can be determined from some of the comments made by these students on the rather infamous website, ratemyprofessors.com. If you want a professor who can get you excited about science, take a class from Dr. Parker, said one student. Another said, "I love Dr. Parker's class. He is such an amazing teacher. Yes, the subject was hard, and his class is very math heavy, but he made sure I understood every piece that I needed to. He is very patient and willing to help you to succeed. Awesome teacher and awesome class." Glendon himself said in his statement of teaching philosophy that we ask for from all of our hires that encouragement from mentors is necessary, but the true boost to a student's education occurs when they can see the results and potential of their individual inquiry and the effects of their own self-discipline, focus, and self-motivation. Indeed, Dr. Parker has been successful in instilling a love for science in his students, to the point that this year, 2 of his students, Aaron Epic and Brianna Lundbeck, are going to present on the work they have done in Dr. Parker's lab at the very prestigious meeting of the American Society for Biochemistry and Molecular Biology in Boston, Massachusetts. The achievement of these students represents the embodiment of Dr. Parker's teaching philosophy and that of Utah Valley University as a whole. That is, we believe in student success. Thank you to all who are involved in making this award possible, and again, you could not have made a better choice. Congratulations, Glendon.
Congratulations.
If Lindley Rowan will come to the podium. Lindley is being recognized for her contributions in teaching and engagement. And as you know, UVU is a teaching institution. Even as we have wonderful scholars and folks who explore their disciplines, we stay primarily focused as a teaching institution, and our primary focus of teaching is the engaged learning model, and Lindley's a wonderful representative of that. We'll watch her video now.
On behalf of Dr. Sam Rushforth, Dean of the College of Science and Health, and myself as Chair of the Department of Public and Community Health, I'd like to take a few moments and share why we feel Dr. Lindley Rowan was an excellent selection for the 2013 Board of Trustees Award of Excellence. Dr. Rowan came to Utah Valley University in the spring of 2003 and has provided an unsurpassed level of intellectual leadership to UVU students in so many important areas. Most every summer summer, Dr. Rowan takes a group of students for up to 6 weeks to Ghana, Africa, and in conjunction with the Ministries of Health, provides UVU students the opportunity to work side by side with ranking African health professionals in providing a wide range of preventative medical educational projects. Focusing primarily in the area of HIV prevention, nutritional diseases, and barriers to equality, her actions, as well as those of her students, have improved the quality of life for countless residents of this continent. Beginning in 2010, Dr. Rowan took her student-centered African experiences and, working with the University of Utah School of Medicine, Reach Out and Learn, and several other community organizations, reached out to the country of Peru and organized a series of yearly public health conferences for physicians, nurses, and other healthcare professionals. The third such conference was completed just this past March. One of the major achievements of Dr. Rowan and her students has been utilizing the Hanlon method of priority setting, and by giving weight to the size, seriousness, and feasibility of intervention, has allowed Peruvian health officials to establish the first comprehensive list of health priorities in the history of the country. Dr. Rowan, again and again, has provided our UVU students with opportunities that cannot be simulated in any classroom. Dr. Rowan, who speaks fluent Spanish, is in demand as a culturally sensitive speaker and has shared her expertise in such venues as the Pan American Health Organization in the Dominican Republic, the 11th World Congress in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and the Oxford Women's Rights and Freedoms Conference in Oxford, England. On the local level, Dr. Rowan is active in the Health Education Association of Utah and has served as its president on 2 occasions. She's a board member of Ascend Utah, a board member for the South Valley Sanctuary for Battered Women and Children, and Pro-Literacy Worldwide. And last, but certainly the most important of all, Dr. Rowan is an excellent teacher, educator, and an example to all. Dr. Rowan, congratulations.
Peter Sproul, he'll come to the podium. Peter is being honored tonight for his commitment and excellence in student success. Student success is at the heart of the mission of UVU, and that's what Peter does. Because he does it through the Culinary Arts Institute, he's also responsible for about 20 extra pounds of yours truly. So I looked past that in making this award. So.
Chef Peter Sproul came to UVU about 6 years ago, bringing with him a wealth of experience and an aptitude for leadership. He has shown that he is an excellent teacher, and as department chair for the Culinary Arts Institute, he has been instrumental in moving the culinary arts program forward at the Canyon Park facility, at Restaurant Forte, and through catering on campus and in the local communities. Chef Peter has written numerous grants that have brought new equipment and training opportunities to the program, and he has worked tirelessly with industry to gain support through donations and collaborations. He has led the efforts to expand the Canyon Park facility to provide a richer educational opportunity for more students. With his support and leadership, students and faculty members have won awards in state, regional, and national culinary competitions, and graduates of the program are widely known for their skills in the culinary arts. I've had many conversations with Chef Peter to discuss the selection of new faculty and staff, facilities, curriculum, finances, student achievements, and, once in a while, student problems. In the few situations where students have had problems, Peter always maintained a positive attitude and focused on what would be best for the students. Whatever the topic, he has always been concerned about how students would be affected. Student success is at the center of all Chef Peter does, and his Presidential Award of Excellence is fitting and well-deserved.
And finally, Stephen White. If Stephen would come to the podium. Stephen is being recognized tonight for his really sweeping and pioneering commitment to the engaged learning model at Utah Valley University.
It was with great enthusiasm that I nominated Stephen White for a Presidential Excellence Award. He has been at UVU for 3 years as a tenure-track faculty member in the Communication Department. While maintaining a full teaching load, he has received outstanding student feedback from students, as well as contributing great things as the coordinator for the Public Relations emphasis. In 2012, out of 300 universities throughout the nation participating in the Public Relations Student Society of America, or PRSSA, the national pre-professional organization for undergraduate PR students, Stephen received the 2012 National Award for Outstanding PRSSA Faculty Advisor. This national award was presented to him at the 2012 National Conference in San Francisco. As the PRSSA advisor, Stephen has initiated numerous engaged learning trips for PR students. He has written and been awarded a number of grants to help finance these trips and reduce the cost for students. Each semester, he takes a group of top-tier PR students to key cities throughout the nation where he introduces the students to the PR industry's top executives. Trips to New York City, Boston, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, Seattle, Charlotte, Los Angeles, and Orlando have resulted in students meeting and networking with individuals such as the PR managers for the Boston Red Sox, the director of strategic communication for the United Nations, and the editor of Good Housekeeping magazine, just to name a few. As a result of these trips, students have been able to improve their strategic skills in research, relationship development, application of knowledge, and creative problem solving. Not only have students benefited from these opportunities, but the university has as well. Stephen has opened the doors of internship opportunities and career placement for future students, while at the same time elevating the reputation of UVU and the communication department. Stephen has encouraged and prepared UVU PR students to run for National PRSSA presidency. PRSSA has 10,000 student members from 300 universities nationwide, with 8 members elected to the board to lead these students. In 2011, UVU student Vanessa Perkins was elected as the National Vice President of Member Services. In 2012, UVU student Danielle Stewart was elected as the National Vice President of Professional Development. It is extremely rare to have a university represented on the national presidency for 2 consecutive years. This is a direct result of the ability Stephen has to mentor and guide students. Here at UVU, Stephen has had a big impact as well. He was the recipient of the 2011-2012 UVU Wolverine Achievement Award Commitment to Excellence. He has created curriculum and course development for multiple courses and planned and assisted UVU PR students in planning 16 university events. He has mentored some of our newer faculty and provided leadership for them. Last but not least, he has received over $128,000 in grants for engaged scholarship projects. Stephen has demonstrated excellence in many ways. He has helped students, developed and greatly expanded the PR program in our department, provided leadership for both students and faculty in the department, and represented the university in ways that enhance UVU's reputation and provide networking and future job placement for many of our students. Stephen embodies the qualifications for and is greatly deserving of receiving this Presidential Excellence Award.
Well, that completes the Presidential Excellence Awards. One more round of applause to these extraordinarily great contributors. With that, and paying tribute to them and also to our Trustee Award winners, I will beg the indulgence of our trustee and you guests, and thank you very much for all that you do for Utah Valley University. It's continues to be such a great honor and thrill to be part of this institution and work with the folks who are being honored here tonight. So thank you very much.
Thank you, President. Thanks for being here. Now that he's gone, maybe we can have some fun. We will now be privileged to hear from the exceptional UVU musical group, the Vocal Jazz Octet, directed by Reed Criddle.
As he said, we're the UVU Jazz Octet. I just want to let you know what we're singing. The first one was How Deep Is the Ocean. We will now be singing Baby Mine, and we'll finish up with an arrangement of Fix You.
succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired that you can't sleep. Stuck in rivers. When the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. Lights will guide you and ignite you, and I will try to fix Lights will guide you and ignite you, and I will try to fix you.
I'm told that Jack Benny received an award at an event something like this one night, and he got up to receive the reward, and he said, you know, I really don't deserve this award, but I have arthritis, and I really don't deserve that either. We're here to present awards to a number of remarkable people, remarkable educators and administrators who do deserve what they get tonight. It's our privilege as members of the Board of Trustees of Utah Valley University to recognize those who have distinguished themselves as outstanding scholars, mentors, and friends of the university by receiving trustee and then the presidential awards that we've just awarded. We recognize your excellence. We thank you for your dedication and commitment to the mission of UVU. You've each provided opportunities for students to achieve their goals and find success, which is the ultimate goal of everyone here tonight. This is your night, and we honor you. Helping me tonight in honoring this year's 4 Trustees Award winners are UVU trustee board members Carolyn Merrill, Doyle Mortimer, Ron Hawkins, and through the magic of television, Karen Acerson, who's not able to be here but did leave us a message. I'll ask Corey Duckworth to come up and represent her on the stand, please. Would you come and join me? Also, let me invite Vice President Ian Wilson to join me on the stand and ask that our trustees and award recipients come forward in the order listed in the program, beginning with Bryant Farnsworth.
Bryant, I'm delighted to share a few thoughts about you as you receive the Trustees Award of Excellence. There are many, many of us in the field of education that have great personal and professional respect for you. Dean Farnsworth was the perfect person to oversee the expansion of the School of Education at UVU. As a high school principal and as a member of UVU's K-16 Alliance, I have witnessed Bryant's thoughtful, caring, and visionary leadership. He understood then, and he understands now, the importance of building relationships of trust and respect between UVU and our local school districts. As Dean, Bryant developed a culture of teaching and learning within the School of Education that was connected and dependent upon academic research and best practices in the schools. He fundamentally knew then and now that both were important for the success of students at UVU pursuing careers in education. Let me share some thoughts of others of Brian Farnsworth, who was the Dean of the School of Education for over a decade. Glenn Clark, my highly respected longtime colleague and friend, was thoughtful about Dr. Farnsworth's leadership. Dean Farnsworth deserves the lion's share of credit for overseeing the growth of the School of Education during his tenure. His exceptional leadership deserves credit for the exponential growth of the elementary and secondary programs as well as the master's program. Dean Farnsworth always cared about every student getting the best chance to develop as a teacher that he or she could. Axel Ramirez. Brian Farnsworth always placed student learning as a priority in our School of Education. He listened to every student as they came into his office, and he genuinely tried to see things from their perspective. He had an open-door policy, and the students knew that, and they always felt that they could use it. He was never too busy to see a student. Stan Harward said one of Bryant's best qualities that stood out to me was the way he treated everyone. He had a way of making all of us feel valued in the School of Education. Even though he was the leader, he treated us as equals. He made all of us feel like we could make decisions and we could voice our opinions. Raquel Cook. He cared that I was whole as a person, as a faculty member of UVU School of Education. He recognized and encouraged me to keep my personal and professional life in a healthy balance and to have both aspects vibrant and flourishing. He encouraged all of us to do this. As a representative of public education and as a member of UVU's Board of Trustees, let me say to you, Brian, we all want to thank you for your many, many contributions to the field of education. We all wish you our very best. The only thing I would add to that is my husband and I have many years of educational leadership experience. He has 27 years and I have 14. And there was a time when we looked to BYU for our best teachers, and that changed because of Brian Farnsworth. We now look to UVU for our very best teachers. So thank you, Brian.
Would Cheryl Hanowitz please come forward? is here. Let's watch this film clip.
It is my privilege to present this UVU Award of Excellence to Dr. Cheryl Hanowitz. Dr. Hanowitz is chair of the Department of Technology Management. As the only female chair in the College of Technology and Computing, Cheryl understands the need to increase the involvement of women in the STEM areas. She currently serves on several community boards, including the Women in Technology Council, the Utah Valley chapter of the American Association of University Women, and the Women in STEM Academic Committee at UVU. Dr. Hanowitz is also providing valuable service in promoting student retention at UVU. Cheryl is a professor who never puts herself above others, as she speaks to her students with dignity and respect, allowing them to rise to the level of expectation she knows they can achieve. Her students admire her teaching style, her personal mentorship, and her genuine desire for them to be all that they can be. Cheryl is married to Dr. Wayne Hanowitz, who is the chair of the Department of Integrated Studies at UVU. Wayne is her biggest fan and says, "I really like her," as 25 years of marriage should show. Wayne says that when he first met Cheryl, she had an associate degree. When she decided to go back to school while he was pursuing his doctorate, she went to work and never received one grade less than an A. In fact, at one point, Cheryl took a graduate class from Wayne. He was reluctant to give her an A, choosing an A- because of their relationship. She challenged his grade to the dean, where her papers were reviewed, and she got her A. When Dr. Hanowitz pursued her doctorate, her committee members were supposed to be experts in the use of geographical systems. As things progressed, it became apparent that they knew very little in this area. So Cheryl taught herself the AGIS software, trained the doctoral committee, and actually schooled them all. Dr. Hanowitz is published widely, often collaborating with fellow professors, and she regularly presents at national conferences. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Hanowitz is a remarkable person, and I am so honored to make this presentation to her. Thank you, Dr. Cheryl Hanowitz.
I really appreciated the opportunity to prepare this presentation today, and I was so impressed in a largely male-dominated field of the STEM areas. Dr. Hanowitz is just as accomplished as she can be, and yet it's very interesting as I talked to several people throughout the campus. They all seem to say, "Oh, Cheryl, she's one of my best friends. She's one of my best friends." She never puts herself above anyone, yet she's a leader in just how she performs. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Would Jim Michaelis please come forward, and Ron Hawkins? Let's watch this video. Come over here where you see.
Each year, the Board of Trustees looks for that member of the university family who best exemplifies the mission of Utah Valley University: to promote student success through engaged learning, to operate effectively, and to wisely manage valuable resources. In recognition of such a contribution and as an expression of sincere appreciation, that person is presented the Trustees Award of Excellence. This year, it is an honor to present the Trustees Award of Excellence to Jim Michaelis, the Associate Vice President for Facilities. With an educational background in finance, Jim's career at UVU has spanned more than 34 years, starting in December of 1978 when he was hired as an assistant purchasing agent at Utah Technical College of Provo. Within a year, he was promoted to Director of Purchasing, where for the next 22 years, he supervised virtually every purchase made by the institution. Over the years, Jim has grown right along with the institution as it progressed from technical college to state college and finally to its university status of today. His career has spanned all presidents since Wilson Sorensen. His contributions in that process have been legendary and invaluable. In 2001, Jim accepted the assignment of Associate Vice President for Facilities. In that capacity, he has guided every construction and remodel project at the university. The long list of projects includes the library, the Pope Science Building, the McKay Education Building, the Gunther Trades Building, the baseball stadium, the Liberal Arts Building, and the We Care Center, the Facilities Building, the Wasatch Campus, and most recently the major additions to the Sorensen Student Life Center. As you can see, nearly every part of campus bears his mark. In addition to his role in construction management, Jim's supervisory responsibilities reach to grounds and landscaping, security, campus police, parking and motor pool, hazardous waste, emergency and risk management, energy conservation, and all maintenance and custodial services. Just picture in your mind with me the miracle that happens every night when more than 2.2 million square feet are cleaned, refreshed, and put in working order for the next day. It's incredible. Jim has been instrumental in an energy savings project that began as a pilot program for the state of Utah and now saves the university nearly $1,000 every day. The program is now a model for many other state institutions. With all of those accomplishments, perhaps the greatest contribution to the university is found in his ability to work with people across a wide spectrum, from academics to student employees to contractors and to state officials. His leadership is nothing short of inspirational. And right in the middle is his warm smile, famous sense of humor, and occasional practical jokes. For example, well, perhaps we should leave that for another day. Suffice it to say that Jim is deeply loved by his colleagues and by his beloved wife, Venice, 5 children, and 22 grandchildren. It is an honor to present the Trustees Award of Excellence for 2012-2013 to Jim Michaelis, with our congratulations and profound thanks. Come show me your smile, Jim. This is a fabulous soul. In our society today, it's really unusual to find one who spends 34 years at the same occupation and makes such a tremendous contribution. His fingerprint is all over this campus, as I said earlier, and we're just very deeply grateful for the wonderful contribution of this great soul. Thank you.
Thank you. And now Laurie Miller, and if Corey Duckworth would join us as well, please. Let's roll that film.
Dr. Laurie Miller is the director of Utah's statewide Gear Up program. Gear Up stands for Gaining Early Awareness and Readiness for Undergraduate Programs and helps assist low-income and minority students to successfully graduate from high school and prepare for college or university. Laurie manages a large team of full and part-time staff who help 12,000 students from 51 schools in 13 school districts tackle the challenges that might keep them from going to college. They provide tutoring and mentoring, academic counseling, college readiness preparation, and the financial means to go to college. High school graduation rates have gone up from 49% to 80% for those who participate in the Gear Up program, and over 600 students have received scholarships awards from the program. There are only 16 states which have been selected to participate in this federally funded program that helps not only UVU students, but students who are placed in universities around the state of Utah. This funding is due to the trust placed in their leader, Laurie Miller. According to her coworkers, Laurie is delightful and hardworking. She has high ethics and is especially conscientious about making sure taxpayer funds are spent in exactly the right way to bless the lives of as many students as possible. She's extremely dedicated to the program, even though she could probably double her salary in another field using her doctorate degree in instructional systems technology. We are grateful, though, that she sees what a difference she is making to the lives of those who benefit from this wonderful program. Because of her experience in education, Laurie has had the foresight to see a bigger picture. She participates with many different organizations so that Gear Up can have an even greater impact on college access and completion rates statewide and nationally. It would be a shame to let numbers and statistics overshadow the personal impact Laurie and her staff have had on students who participate in Gear Up. This is just one paragraph from many letters of thanks received from students who have achieved success. Quote, "My education and the money that has been invested on my behalf is not all about me, but about what I have to offer. You have not only invested in my education, but in the education of generations that over the years will pass through my classroom. I have spent the last 3.5 years developing those skills as a teacher and learning habits that will allow me to be a good mentor and someone who will invest in the education of others. Your investment has helped purchase for this state a teacher who is willing to fight, to advocate, and to bet on those students who others may not be as willing to bet on. I'm grateful for the sacrifices and the price that has been paid on my behalf, but more importantly, on the behalf of all those that I hope to influence throughout my life as well. We now congratulate you, Dr. Laurie Miller, and present you with an Award of Excellence for the many contributions you have made to Utah Valley University, the state of Utah, and most importantly, to student success that will affect many generations to come. Congratulations.
This is a special honor for me to represent Trustee Acerson in this capacity because I have enjoyed the opportunity over the last several years to work very closely with Laurie and to experience firsthand the level of professionalism that she brings. In fact, she has a special combination of professionalism and caring that is very hard to find in many others. Her campus is really the entire state, and I've had occasion to go out into the state with her, and she's taken me to sit down with some of the parents and some of the students whose lives are blessed. And you can see as the parents shed tears of appreciation for what this lady has brought to their children in the transformative opportunities that they've had through this special program. And that couldn't be accomplished without the tremendous leadership of Laurie. So we appreciate you very much.
Well, that is a short thanks for what have amounted to lifetimes and many years of effort and contribution to this university. But we do congratulate those who've received these awards. They're So well deserved. Before we leave tonight, let us recognize again the UVU Honors String Quartet, the UVU Vocal Jazz Octet, the dining services, Chef Melek, Chef Clint, and Chef Bob. We invite the awards winners to please take home with them the floral centerpieces. Special appreciation to our School of Arts faculty member Brian Jensen, who is responsible for the ceramic piece. Also note the card that describes the process of creation and its relationship to the engaged mission of UVU. We again congratulate these outstanding individuals for their service and commitment as evidenced by the tributes given tonight. We thank each of you for your attendance, and especially our families and leaders. Thank you so much, and congratulations.